Hey everybody, I'm waiting on my bed for my minivan conversion. Waiting ain't no fun. Anyways, I look a mess today. Give me some grace because I got to drink my coffee. I'm going to do an unboxing of my bed in a box. It's a sofa chair bed for my Honda Odyssey. I owned a bed like this before. I guess you can call it a kinda, sorta, no-build van build, only it was gray. At the end of this video, stick around and I'll share a video of my previous bed and I'll show you what the new bed looks like in my car. That bed was comfortable until it wasn't. I tossed that bed out at the recycling drop off in San Diego. I probably would have gotten the bed fixed if it was in my home base of Ohio. I'm in Ohio now and I'm renting a room in my cousin's house. Anyways, I've tried a lot of different sleeping options in my vehicle. By far, this bed that we're about to unbox is the best. I'm about to start back living in my van, taking some road trips, and going van camping. I've been hanging around my home base because I have a surprise coming, but I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go, y'all. If you've been thinking about camping in your vehicle or taking a road trip, or you got to live in your van because you can't afford rent, you might want to put a bed in your car. With all the crazy weather we've been having, I think having a home on wheels is a smart move anyway. I'm going to continue to narrate over this video as we assemble it. When I had my last bed, I received a lot of questions about things like measurements and people wanting to know the name of the company selling the bed. So I'll share a lot of information about this bed as we put it together. I'll also drop a link to the bed. The previous bed I owned, it was gray. It was perfect. It was a perfect fit for my van. Will this one be? I hope so because it's made by a different company and the measurements are slightly different. This bed is lightweight. It weighs about 33 pounds. It's not very heavy, but I don't have good hand strength, so my cousin is helping me get it out of the box. By the way, I'm Frankie, and this channel is Dre Route, which simply means live your best life as best you can. I enjoy road trips, traveling, and camping, so that's a lot of what I share on this channel. I believe less junk and more journey. I've been working on becoming a minimalist for years. I gave up the majority of my possessions because the more stuff you have, the more responsibility you have to take care of it, the harder you have to work to afford it. If you're new to this channel, welcome and consider subscribing. If you want to see a woman doing things that brings her happiness, a black woman doing things that brings her happiness. If you're an OG, welcome back. Don't forget to leave comments, everyone. I love reading the comments. Before I give you everything you need to know about this bed, I'm going to answer a couple of questions. Why do I live in a van? Because I'm crazy? Seriously. Well, seriously. I used to live mostly full time in a van by choice. I didn't and I don't want to pay high rent. I continue to live in my van while traveling and camping and when I want to. When I'm static in my home base of Ohio, I'll rent a room, especially in the winter. Rents have increased and I definitely don't want to pay full rent. Not now, not ever. Why haven't I got a bigger van or a box truck? I've been talking about getting a bigger van or a box truck for some time now. When I lived in my van full time, when I went out west for 10 months, at times living in a tiny space wasn't ideal. When I left Ohio, it was winter and cold, but when I got out west, it was nice weather. I didn't need the bulky sleeping bag or my bulky coat and boots. Because I wasn't in my hometown, I couldn't put the stuff in storage. So I had to live with a lot of stuff. Now that I'm in my home base of Ohio, where I have a storage, I don't feel crowded because I don't have to travel with so much stuff. I'm back to liking my van. My nomadic situation has turned more into renting a room, traveling, taking long road trips, and van camping. I still have plans to get something bigger. In the meantime, I'm working with what I got because life don't wait for nobody. This bed is made by a company called HupMed. The last bed I had was made by a company called Gorelex. I'll leave a link to both beds. I don't know much about either company. I selected the beds for my many other beds because it was the cheapest. These folding chair sofa beds pretty much look the same. The measurements for the previous bed and this one aren't the same. I hope this bed fits. I'll show you a video of this bed here in my van at the end. The color of the bed I selected was, as you can see, black. The chair comes in different colors like orange and green, two of my favorite colors, and a bunch of other colors. The different color beds cost a little more and are not worth it since the chair will be covered. The bed laid out, it looks like a cot with a cushion, but it's a comfortable bed. The measurements are 28.5D times 23.5 wide 31H. Measurements aren't my friend, but I'll put them in the comments if it helps you decide. The frame part of the bed is stainless steel, and the fabric, they claim, is breathable linen. I'm going to read the description for this product. It's not fun reading. A multifunctional sofa. It can be easily changed into a comfortable sofa, a laid-back lounge, or a cozy bed, providing maximum living flexibility and limited space. Support by the armrest and legs hidden in the back. Bed can go back to zero position and be a single bed. Premium materials and superior comfy. The seat filled with 4-inch thick high rebound sponge. The bed offers you an enjoyable sitting and sleeping experience. Soft and natural linen cloth features gentle texture and friendly touch and breathable. The chair has adjustable backrest angles from 180 to 90 degrees, 5 back reclining positions, allowing you to adjust to a perfect relaxing angle. Or you can sit. Chair is suitable for gaming, reading, working, and sleeping. The overall review score of this bed on Amazon is 4.1 out of 5. The biggest compliment people give to this bed is that it's easy to assemble. Some people either find it comfortable or they don't. I do find it comfortable. No, it's not as comfortable as your home bed, but it's comfortable. When I was living mostly full time in my van, I owned a gray bed like this one for years. It was a solid, tiny bed. The bed gave out after a couple of years, and since then, even when I've had other beds in my van, I've tried many of them and for vehicle living. Nothing worked as well as this folding chair bed. Not one of them worked better than this bed. The bed is low to the ground, but my knees are decent and I don't have a problem getting in and out of it. A few videos back, I made a video of a trifold bed that I own. While it was super comfy, it's on the ground and I did struggle getting up with my knees using that bed. I don't struggle with this bed. I appreciate this cousin putting the bed together for me. And by the way, this is the house where I rent a room now. Living in a van might be the last thing on some of you all's mind, but you can have a lot of fun and experience freedom in the van. It's also an escape from renting a room, which is essentially co-living. A van is like a little room. I like to chill in my van at a park. I can do everything in this van, and I do. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And whatever you do and however you do it, always, always, always take the joy route because life is short. Here is a picture of the gray folding chair bed I previously owned. I left it here at the recycling center. My thinking is someone with tools could rebuild it. Since I couldn't, I dropped it off. Here is the bed in a few more positions, laying flat. Here is the black sofa chair bed. Yes, it fit in my van. As you can see, it's an absolute perfect fit. I can't wait to decorate my little tiny van cottage and it's going to be so cute. But look at this bed. Isn't it a absolute perfect fit? Lines up perfectly with my seats. I lay on my seats. I keep my back seats up. I keep my front seat up. I put that back part of the bed, I leave it up. And from my back seat to my bed is plenty of room.